Welcome, everybody. Mike Martinez here. I will be your guide. I will be the host of this webinar. And the topic is the home business the insurance companies don't want you to know about. And hopefully, I'll be able to educate you or enlighten you on some kind of industry secrets, insurance industry secrets that may be of benefit to you and that may put some serious money in your pocket. But for now, let's go right into the presentation. But before we do, I want to I want to exclude certain people. And the reason why I'm doing this is because our company is expanding in several different states. And I just want to, make sure that you're not wasting your time here. I want to be respectful of your time. And so the states that we are specifically looking to expand in, this is the reason for this webinar today. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Ohio, Illinois, North and South Carolina, and Georgia. Those are the states that we currently have offices running, and we are looking to expand the personnel there because there's a great need for our service there, and we'll get into all that. But if you don't live in one of these states, if you're not in one of these states, then at this moment this is probably not a good fit for you. And again, I just want to be respectful of your time, and I don't want you to stick around for a half hour or 45 minutes, whatever length we go, and then you say, this was a total waste of time because I'm not part of the states that they're looking to expand in. So just want to keep that in mind. So if you're not part of any of these states here, we're working pretty strong on 8 states. If you're not part of the 8 states, then this may not be for you, okay? And if you are, then I encourage you to stick around and just take a listen to what it is that we're putting out there, and maybe you'll find something that can be of service to you. So, with that said, I'm going to say that, like I said, this is the home business. The webinar is called the home business the insurance companies don't want you to know about. Now, for a lot of yous that are homeowners that are listening to this, you may know about this or you may not know about this, but there's kind of like a secret service that's been going out there for the last 100 years, believe it or not. But it's very low key. A lot of people don't know about this service, but it helps homeowners across the United States. Now, what is a public adjuster and why should you care? Well, public adjusters help home and business owners place home insurance claims so that they get paid fairly. Here's what a lot of people don't know. Millions of homeowners are placing home insurance claims every year, and less than 10% are being represented by public adjusters. Again, public adjusters help homeowners and business owners place home insurance claims so that they get paid fairly. A lot of times what we're seeing is that business owners or homeowners, when they place a claim and they're just using their insurance companies, they're not getting paid the right way, simply because the policy is written obviously by the insurance company, and the policy is written in such a manner that it is your burden of proof. You may have heard that expression in in the television shows or in law shows or things like that. But burden of proof means that you, the policyholder, the owner of the home, has to prove their burden in order to get paid. And if you don't, then you don't get paid the maximum amount. And that's what we are doing as public adjusters. We help homeowners get paid fairly because we prove their burden. Right, so millions of homes are being homeowners are placing these home insurance claims, and less than 10% are being represented by public adjusters. As a matter of fact, most homeowners accept the first settlement offer without getting a second opinion. And this is an incredibly dangerous thing simply because you're not getting offered in most cases, all right, in most situations, you're not getting offered the highest possible settlement on the first offer. A lot of times you're getting offered 25 to 40 cents on the dollar, right? You're getting, less than half of what you should be getting. And a lot of times when we go out there and we are in the process of helping homeowners place their claims, we're getting them as close to maximum as you can get. Very rare that you ever get maximum. That's just the way it is. But we definitely get a lot more than what most homeowners get on their own, and this is proven. So public adjusters, this is what the whole webinar is about. It's about educating you, the consumer, or you, the person that may be interested in providing this service, because bottom line is it's a valuable and much needed service for your community, right? I don't know if where you live, but chances are you experience some storms, right? Public adjusting is a respected profession. Practically anyone can do as a home business. Now, here's why I say practically anyone can do. You have to get licensed by your state, okay, and that's a process. You have to go and in most cases, you have to take a multiple choice test, which we help you practice for, right? We give you some information so that way you know what to expect, and you know what to how the questions are going to be phrased, and how to answer that. The other thing is that you can't have a felony record based on a fraud. Very, very highly regulated industry, and you're going to be licensed by your state's Department of Insurance or Department of Banking, and sometimes they're together, the state's Department of Banking and Insurance. And if you had any kind of felony in your background, then again, there's a possibility that you will not get licensed. Now, if you had a felony because you got into a street fight and you picked up a bottle and hit somebody in the head and they got hurt 25 years ago, something like that, you could work around that. But if you have a felony, again, based on some kind of fraudulent thing, you were sending out bad checks, you were embezzling money or something like that, it may be a challenge for you. Just putting that out there because, again, don't want to waste your time. Public adjusting is a career, and this is probably one of the strongest points here, guys. It's a career that you can develop without needing a degree. It's a career where you can make a six-figure income, a solid six-figure income, a multiple six-figure income without a degree. Okay, very, very close to being a lawyer, in the sense that we are going against insurance companies. We do our work on a contingency basis, like lawyers. If you don't get paid, or the homeowner doesn't get paid, then we don't charge a fee. But if we do the work, we analyze the situation, and if we see that yes, we got a claim here, we're going to start the process without any out-of-pocket cost to the homeowner. And at the end, when the fee is settled, when the claim is settled, then we're going to take our fee out of that. So very, very interesting business, very, very lucrative, and it's a valuable and needed service for your community. Now, here's why I think, and trust me when I tell you guys that I've been around the block a couple of times, right? And I've worked in several different business opportunities, some that I found online, and I've been doing this, believe it or not, for the last 20 years. And this is why, looking at all those situations, and I've been successful with a lot of the businesses that I've put out there. But here's what I'm going to tell you is powerful about our industry. Number one, it's an untapped industry. There's a lot going on. Like I said, millions of claims are being placed out there, and homeowners are just, don't even know that public adjusters exist, right? So it's an untapped industry, and it's a recession proof business. Now, think about this: we're not selling anything. There's no cost for us to start the process of representing a homeowner. And, I mean, think about that, right? We're not selling anything. Really, what we're doing is educating people. Because, again, a lot of people do not know what they're eligible for. They don't even, a lot of people, if you ask, we have these four questions that we ask. And one of the questions is, what is your deductible? And you'd be surprised how many people do not even know that answer. What is your deductible in your home insurance claim? I mean, your home insurance policy. They don't know that answer. And I'll tell you what, a lot of times, and this has happened over the last 5 or 6 years, that, what happens when you get, if you're a homeowner, the home insurance policy comes in the mail, the renewal, and what do? Honey, we got the home insurance policy in. Okay, just put it in the drawer, put it in the file cabinet, put it in the desk, put it right. We don't even open it. And what's been happening over the last 5 or 6 years, ever since Sandy hit, right, and all these major storms have hit, they've added things that weren't there before. They've added what we call wind deductibles or hurricane deductibles or wind and hurricane deductibles, and those are additional deductibles to the deductibles that you already have. Right? I could tell you, I was recently in a home where, I was looking to do a claim for the lady. Tree had fallen in her house. That's a wind peril, right? Wind knocked the tree down and tree hit the house. And she wasn't aware that she had a 5% wind deductible. 5%. You say, wow, that 5%, that don't sound like too much. Well, it was 5% of the dwelling cost, right? Of what the house was worth. In this particular situation, the house was worth over $300,000. So it was an additional $16,000 deductible. So does that affect people? Yes, absolutely. And again, people don't know, and because of that, they're just putting things away and not really realizing what's going on until something terrible happens. And that's what we do. We go out there and we do policy reviews for homeowners free of charge. And in that process, we educate them. And in the process of educating them, we get claims. Now, here's a different angle about home businesses. And I like this angle, the fact that we need to get licensed and bonded. And in some states, you don't need to get bonded. Most states, you need to get licensed. But this is a home business that really is a career. It's a profession, right? We need to be licensed and bonded by our state in order to do this. Now, I know, I know that in a lot of the home businesses that we did, the question would come up, is this legitimate? Are you sure this is legal? Well, I have a simple answer for this when it comes to my public adjusting business, because I am licensed and bonded by several different states, right? So unless the state is involved in this scheme, right? And it really just sets you apart. But getting licensed and bonded is a way of filtering out people that are just not going to do the business the right way, right? And again, this is why I say this is a career. This is a profession that you put for yourself by getting licensed and bonded. You're telling people, you know what, I'm serious about what I'm doing. I am going to put some time and energy into developing this. I am a professional, right? That's a big, big thing for me, at least, as far as a home business is. Eh, unlimited income potential. You hear that a lot, but I'll tell you guys, truly unlimited. How far do you want to take this is entirely up to you and your imagination. You want to do it on a part-time basis, you can. We have people that are making $35,000, $40,000 on a part-time basis. We have people that are making a full-time six-figure income, a multiple six-figure income, um, in this industry. It depends how far your goals, how grand your goals are, and how big you think, and how far you want to take it. If you want to take it far, we are there for you. So full training provided by the company, and this is one of the things, another thing that is absolutely incredible. Now, again, my particular story is that at the time when I was introduced to this industry and this opportunity, I was an EMT. I was working in an ambulance, frustrated with my job. Was working in an ambulance because I felt that that was a way I could help people, and I wanted to help people, and but quickly learned that not really helping too many people. I mean, yeah, of course you're helping people if you go into a fire and you're taking people out and helping them and resuscitating people and things like that. Yeah, of course. But overall, I felt like I wasn't doing what I really wanted to do, and I stumbled across this industry because of a family member that placed a home insurance claim, wasn't satisfied. I did some research, did some Google searches. What can I do? I wasn't satisfied with my claim and came up with the services of a public adjuster. Hired a public adjuster and went from getting a $58 check, and my story is on my YouTube channel. You can look that up. Went from getting a $58 check. It was initially a $1,058. She had a $1,000 deductible. After the deductible, she got a $58 check. Thank you, goodbye. She went again, did the research, got the services of a public adjuster, and after the company, and it was our company, the company that I'm with now, after our company went and did what they did, she got $9,780. Now, when I saw that, I said, "Wow, that's some service, right? That's a great thing to offer to the community, right?" Even after we take our fee, she got thousands of times more than what the insurance company offered. Now, this is not all the times, but I could tell you guys that we've reopened several different claims that have been there while I've been there with the company, and I can tell you the numbers are astronomical, right? Crazy. The fact that this is what you were due, but this is the little piece, the little portion that they give you first, simply because, again, you didn't prove your burden, right? So that's how I got started. They left some information with this family member. Hey, we're always looking for to train people to be public adjusters. I had zero experience. I was an EMT. I went to an orientation with the company here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and I fell in love with the idea. Fell in love with the idea of helping people to that capacity, right? And it's been a beautiful business for me. And we are a 25-year industry leader. We're not, I remember when I was going through this, trying to find an ideal home business, going online, and, every day there's, oh, this is the one. This is the greatest thing. Oh, how can you not, right? And I'll tell you, the sales pitch was so good they would catch me all the time. and I was chasing every shiny object that came my way, and I was saying, yes, of course, yeah, I see it, of course, this makes sense. And then I found out the company didn't have integrity. The company wasn't looking for long-term success. The company was looking basically for me to help build their list, and then they would run away and get lost somewhere, or change the compensation, or decided they were going to sell the company to XYZ company. And I got so jaded that I said, you know what? I just, on top of the fact that my wife was driving me crazy, right? Hey, what are you doing? What are you wasting all this time and all this money for, right? And just kind of walked away from it, right? Jaded, said, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this. This home business industry stuff just isn't for me. Doesn't work, right? Then when I came across this opportunity, being a public adjuster, I'll tell you, it was a life-changing opportunity for me because number one, again, it's a career, it's a profession. It's something I could do from home on my schedule. I could do it part-time, full-time. And now I'm being backed up by the mothership, right? Who's a 25-year leader. We are the largest public adjusting firm in North America, right? And we've been around for 25 years. We're not going anywhere. We are the what's great about it is that the public knows us now. A lot of the public knows us, and the insurance companies know us. So they know that if we're on the claim, there's going to be some things happening here, right? So here's some additional reasons why this is a great opportunity for. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. All right. Rock solid reputation, valuable services. Clients search you out, guys. We don't sell anything. There's no auto ship, right? That was one of the things that, uh, I don't know if you guys have gone out there and experienced this, right? But you go out there, you get with a company. The company says, "Hey, you need to buy our products. Our products are $300, $200, $150, right?" And you're laying out this money, and what happens? Next month, you really haven't produced any results. Man, cable bill is up, and you got the cable bill or you got the auto ship bill, right? Guess what? A lot of people cancel the auto ship just to keep the cable. Is that the right move? I don't know, right? It depends on the company, depends on the person, depends on the products. But you don't have that here, right? We don't do that. What we do is a step-by-step training program. There's no auto ship. You're out there, and it only costs $50 to get started. Now that's a big deal, right? $50 to get started, because I could tell you guys, and that $50 doesn't include whatever business cards you're going to buy or whatever, right? Maybe additional costs, but $50 to get in the system, to be able to start our training, to be able to get the information about your licensing, stuff like that. All of that stuff starts you up. We actually set you up with a computer, with a back office to our website, so that you can keep track of the claims that are coming up, and that's free, right? A lot of the times you get these companies, and it costs $300 and $150 a month in auto ship, and $49.95 for the website. We got to pay for the website. We don't, right? You're going to have a website that you're going to have access to, that has information, that has your clients there, tells you where we are in the process. It's a well set up system, guys. So let's talk about business now, right? Because that's what you hear about. I gave you a little brief about the industry and what we do, and how important our service is and how valuable it is. But here's the thing. If you want to capitalize on a business, right, you have to position yourself in a trend, right? Positioning yourself in a trend creates wealth. Very important. A lot of times we let the trends pass, right? But here's what I'm going to tell you guys, and maybe you've noticed this, right? Storms are getting worse, right? Haven't you noticed that? The storms are getting worse, and they're going throughout the country, and they're just creating devastation. And in those situations, we call or we deploy our adjusters to different states, right? We get them licensed in whatever state. We deploy them, and they're called catastrophic adjusters or CAT adjusters, right? And I'll tell you guys, a lot of times people could walk away or go into one of these situations where a particular state was hit with a severe tornado or severe hurricane, and people could go out there, camp out, write claims, and it's ridiculous the amount of money you can make in that. But here's the point. The point that I'm trying to get to you is that the storms are getting worse. Maybe you're realizing that. Maybe you're seeing that. Maybe, I don't really have to go too deep into that because I think it's plainly visible for anybody. If you open your eyes, you can see, yeah, these storms are getting worse and they're happening more frequently. But in addition to that, guess what, guys? Whether we got storms or not, you know, home insurance claims happen on a daily basis. We got fires, broken pipes, fallen trees, overflow of water, vandalism, missing shingles or siding. Guys, these things are happening on a regular basis, whether we got a storm, a hurricane, a tornado or not. These are things that are happening, and this is why there are millions of home insurance claims being placed every year, right? And this is why we are expanding our adjuster force. Question here now is, do you see an opportunity, right? Do you see something that, you know what, this makes sense here? I can see that I can see where this is a valuable opportunity that I can do working from home on a part-time or full-time basis, and I can control my time and I can control my income. And that's a beautiful thing, right? Here's the four questions I want to ask you. Do you live in one of the states we're operating from? Right? Do you live in one of the states that we mentioned in the beginning? Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have an entrepreneur mindset? Right? Are you willing to learn something that will take your life to the next level? I'm telling you guys, this career has the potential of doing that, taking your life to the next level. And are you ready to work hard to create your freedom? Right? I'm not promising you that this is going to be a cakewalk, all right, guys? And here's why it's not going to be a cakewalk, because it's going to take some expansion on your part. It's going to take your mind to expand. It's going to take you to do two different things that you're probably not doing now, right? But I can promise you this: if you expand, if you move out of your comfort zone, right? And that's what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm going to tell you, I'm a pusher. I'm a pusher of getting people out of their comfort zone, because I know how grand your life can be once you go out there and you experience a life of, that's bigger and better than what you're doing now. You want better things in life? I'll tell you, you got to do different things in life, right? It's the only way it happens. And this may be the opportunity, right? Do you see an opportunity? That's the four questions there, right? Do you live in one of the states we're operating from? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you willing to learn something that'll take your life to the next level? And are you ready to work hard to create the freedom? I can tell you this, guys. If you decide you want to join, you're going to come and you're going to see a lot of people that are in our industry, in our company for decades, right? Our company is 25 years old. We have people that have been there 23 years, 20 years. My personal mentor has been with the company for 20 years. He's 70 years old, right? Think about that, guys. 20 years. He is 70 years old. He's doing this business from his home, and he is making, I'm gonna say, a six-figure income it's a very strong six-figure income, guys, and he's working a minimal amount of time. I can tell you that I call him and say, hey, can you help me with this question here? Mike, can you make it quick? I'm in the middle of a pickleball game. I love that. I love that. I love the fact that he's 70 years old. He's working a home business, and yet he travels all over the place with his wife. He's just, it's a great mentorship for me, right? And so, what's your next step? Well, you can call me direct, Mike Martinez. Call me at my cell phone 856-430-2640. You can also visit YouTube and search for NJ Public Adjuster. You come to my channel and that'll tell you what it is that we are. You get an insight. You get to see some of the people that are joining. I have a video there with the president of the company. I have a video with people that I interview, and you get an idea, you get a feel for the business. But I encourage you to pick up the phone and call me up and say, Mike, I attended the webinar and I'm interested in what it is that you have. How can I get started? That's the key, guys. Mike Martinez, get in contact. Let me know that you're ready, willing, and able to get started, and let's move forward together. Let's close this year strong, and let's make a new life for you. And it's all up to you. Mike Martinez, speak to you soon. Get in contact with me if I've sparked any kind of interest for you on this particular subject of becoming a public adjuster and you want to get started. Contact me and I will help you.